What would be
Yes.
your sort of top three tips to anyone who wants to start a label? What are the top three tips? You mentioned that having a backlog is essential, and I definitely agree with that. So maybe two more that you think are super important.
Yes, so definitely if you're looking to start a label, you want to have, like I said, music to put out first and foremost. But even before that, you want your label to stand for something. You know what I mean? You want the name, you want it to be, you want it to send a message. For example, Grounded wasn't a record label. Grounded was a streetwear boutique in Long Beach, California, that my really close friend Moria, used to own. Unfortunately, the store had to close as the economy crashed in 2008, 2009. But he taught me that grounded, and the message behind grounded was to stay grounded, to stay humble, to be kind, to be real, and to stay grounded. And unfortunately, when the boutique closed, and as I was finishing high school and made the transition to East Africa, with my dad, uh, I asked Moria, I said, man, you know, grounded music just sounds so good. And I would keep the ethos of the message alive through the music that we're putting out. And and hence grounded music, the minimal sound, grounded kind of goes together, rolling bass line, grounded like boom boom, but
Mm.
also stay grounded. And that's always been the message. And to add on to that, the message with the label has always been finding really talented artists without them having to depend on major labels. You
Mm.
know, have a home to put out music, and you know get yourself out there. And a lot of the artists that have released on the label are doing some really spectacular things now. Some have gone to start their own labels, which are doing really well, and I'm super proud to see that. And they
Mm.
always, from time to time, will write to me and say, "Hey, we really appreciate the fact that you saw something in this. Goes, we've taken it now seriously. We've started our own label, our little own community,
Mm.
and that's amazing to see. And that's what it's all about."
Mm,
Yeah.
definitely, yes. Having that, so to summarize, it's having the backlog, it's having the core philosophy around the label, and thirdly, it's really going and building that community and having a home for artists to be there, not as a transient, but as a long-term sort of place to grow and thrive on, which I love. I think those are some really solid tips. Listen to more insights on the Mission Makers podcast through Apple, Spotify, and YouTube.